Every now and then, I will pull back the curtain on the criminal justice system, show you guys a little how the sausage is being made, and you really don't want to see this, but I'm going to show it to you. These judges have an immense amount of power. In a case came out recently, Billy Pickard out of Volusia County, and Judge Nichols was handling the violation of probation. I have been in this situation so many times. We're right about to have a violation hearing, and the judge says, "Hey, Mr. Pickard, I'm gonna offer you a 2-year sentence. I heard what you did. I heard how you violated, and here's a 2-year prison offer." Pickard says, "I don't want 2 years." And it appears as though, from what I could read in the record, the case, that the attorney was like, "Dude, I think you need to take this," because the judge even said things like, "Well, Mr. Pickard's being very unrealistic not taking this deal," and also told the attorney, like lamented, "Well, clients just don't always listen to strong legal advice." So here's the judge saying all this, kind of getting frustrated, and the judge eventually said, "You got like 2 minutes to make this deal," right? Because they're leading up to the hearing and they got witnesses. Well, Pickard doesn't want the 2-year prison. He gets found guilty of violating his probation, and Judge Nichols gives him 20 years prison. This is not shocking to me, okay, at all. You had a 2-year prison offer, you turned it down, now you're getting 20 years. That's just how the criminal justice system works. And like the judge said on the record, hey, some people just don't take good legal advice. However, the case went up on appeal, folks, because when a judge participates in the plea negotiations, as Judge Nichols did, and I like when judges do that. I think that's great of Judge Nichols. But when the sentence gets 10 times as big afterwards, we call that legally a vindictive sentence. Now, you have to look at the transcript to kind of see if it really was vindictive. One of the turning points on whether this was vindictive was, "Hey, Judge Nichols, what did you hear about this violation when you gave the plea offer? Then, what did you hear about the violation during the hearing that could have changed your mind and then made you decide on a 20-year offer?" There was no change, folks. What she had heard about in plea negotiations, pretty much same thing as the hearing, and therefore the appellate court said, "This seems a little vindictive. You really didn't have any new evidence. We're going to kick this back. 20 years is gone, and we're going to have a different judge sentence you." That new sentencing is set for like September 11th, or it's going to be set in this September-October range. But my point is that Judge Nichols, I don't know whether she did anything wrong in this case, because we defense attorneys know a little bit about these judges, and I can tell you with certainty, if you're my client, if you lose this, and by the way, you have a 90% chance of losing this judge is going to slam you versus what the offer is. This happens all the time. This is actually what you pay us for. You pay good money so that we can kind of fetter out, "Hey, John, if I roll the dice, what am I looking at? Is it going to get any worse than the plea?" I've been to trial many times because I've told my client, if you lose, you're going to get what the state's offering, period. Like, you have no reason not to go to trial. So that is not the case in Judge Nichols and a lot of other places. Sometimes you are going to get very good legal advice that you should just take the 2 years like Pickard and take the 9 years, whatever it is, instead of facing this judge later on a violation where it's going to go crazy. I don't know if this was really that vindictive to go from 2 years to 20 years, because I've seen this so many times. But Pickard got his sentence overturned. He's going to get resentenced by a different judge. I don't know if he's going to get 18 years, 15 years, 3 years, 10 years. I have no idea. He won his appeal. It was considered a vindictive sentence, and he's going to get something less than 20. I don't know what that is, but that's my update for today.